American Top 40.
Now the current hit by the singing star who took only one singing lesson in his life and quit in the middle of it when his teacher punched him in the stomach. Now here's how he told the story to an interviewer, Digby Deal. Quote, "I took one singing lesson as a kid. In the middle of the lesson, the teacher suddenly punched me in the stomach to see if my voice would waver. When I got my breath back, I left and never went back." End of quote. He also says he never learned to read music, but that didn't keep the Fremont Hotel in Las Vegas from signing him to a 5-year contract when he was only 16 years old. Well, nothing about his career has wavered since his historic punch in the stomach. His latest smash single is in the top 10 and still climbing after 15 weeks on the Hot 100. At number 4, here's Wayne Newton. I'd like to start part 3 by welcoming a new member to the AT40 family of stations this week, Swazi Radio, serving Swaziland and the Union of South Africa. And on the South China Coast, I'd like to wish Hong Kong Commercial Broadcasting a happy 13th birthday, which comes up at the end of this month. If you're hearing AT40 for the first time, well, my name's Kasem, and welcome to our weekly countdown to the 40 most popular songs in America. Here's a man who makes home Las Vegas, Nevada. Just outside Las Vegas, he owns a 46-acre ranch and some horses. He also owns a million cellar with Daddy, Don't You Walk So Fast, Wayne Newton.
American Top 40.
And now it's time for an American Top 40 Extra by the singer who's entertained more people in Las Vegas than anybody else, including Frank Sinatra, Elvis Presley, or Sammy Davis Jr. According to Newsweek magazine, he's played to 6 million people in Vegas so far. He started when he was just a teenager, working very successfully on stage for years in a vocal duo with his brother Jerry. Then about 5 years ago, he became a solo act when his brother retired, and he quickly changed his on-stage image from a baby-faced 275-pound boy soprano to a trim 175-pound karate student who sings in a kind of silky baritone. In 1963, when he was 20, his good friend Bobby Darin produced his first big hit for him, a ballad called Dankeschön. That's German for thank you. Well, then a few years later, Jack Benny took him into the main room of Harrah's Club in Tahoe, and he's been playing main rooms ever since. Well, now at the tender age of 33, he's playing out one of the biggest contracts in the history of show business. For doing his thing 36 weeks a year for 5 years, he's getting $35 million. Not bad for a kid whose parents had to move from Virginia to Arizona because their son had asthma.
American Top 40.
AT40 originates in Hollywood. I'm Kasem. Well, now we're up to the song by a superstar who took one singing lesson. He's been singing professionally since he was just 5 years old and has become the biggest draw on the Las Vegas Strip. His name? Wayne Newton. And some time ago, Wayne told writer Digby Deal about his early vocal training. He said, "I took one singing lesson as a kid. In the middle of the session, as I was holding a note, the teacher suddenly punched me in the stomach to see if my voice would waver. When I got my breath back, I left and never went back." End of quote. Wayne Newton also says that he never learned to read music, but that didn't keep him from becoming one of the biggest and longest-reigning superstars in Las Vegas history. His last time in the countdown was 8 years ago with a number 4 smash called Daddy, Don't You Walk So Fast. His newest single is called Years. At number 35, here's Wayne Newton.